G'day guys, I am Alex. If we have not met, welcome to your mat class. Today we've got a full body burn. I'm using a light pair of dumbbells. I'm using a 2, but use anything that you have accessible to you. If you want to do this class without it, you are more than welcome to do the class without dumbbells, just you and your body. Let's get stuck straight into our warm up, shall we? Let's make sure those wrists are in line with those shoulders and those knees are in line with your hips. Can you start with your cat cow? Drawing that belly button up to that spine. We drop that belly button down, head comes up, hip comes up, taking it nice and slowly here. We're breathing through it, relaxing all through that body. Inhale as we come down, we exhale as we lift. Last one here. But can you find where that spine naturally wants to sit? Right hand, we lift it up, open up that chest, thread it through, gently pressing that shoulder into the floor, lifting it back up whenever you are ready, threading it under. Beautiful. Right hand on the floor, left hand we lift, thread it underneath, lifting it back up. Last thread for me. We stick that left hand on the floor. Can you find where that spine naturally wants to sit? Big exhale, extend that leg long. Inhale, we'll draw it in. Keeping those hips nice and still here. Exhale as that leg comes long. Inhale as you draw it in. We're going to add in our right arm. Can you bring your right elbow in towards your side? Extend that right leg, that right arm long as that left comes out also. I'm going to add in a sweep. As that arm and leg is out long, can you sweep those arms away from center? Draw it in. Big inhale, exhale, extend, sweep that arm and leg away. Crunch it in. If you want to take that elbow to knee instead of that reset, you're more than welcome. Crunch that elbow to that knee. Extend it long. 5 more on this side. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, shake it off. Right leg, we shoot it long. Draw it in. Again, keeping those hips nice and still. Imagining those hips are headlights, keeping them in the same direction here. We're not twisting too much as that leg comes out. Bringing that left arm in when you're ready. Shoot that left arm long. Find that balance. Find that stillness through your lower back. You want to crunch that elbow to that knee. Take that layer, crunch that elbow to that knee. On your next one, let's sweep both the arm and leg away from center. Really using that core to keep yourself still. Beautiful. 4 more. Let's stay looking down at that mat, so that neck's in a nice neutral position here. I'm watching you. You got 2 more. Last one, and then we stick that arm and leg down, shake it out. Tucking your toes, spreading your fingers. Can you find your knee hover? Exhale, we lift. Find that knee hover. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You've got 5. Holding it up in 3, in 2. Can you hold those knees up? Knees out, knees in, out, and in. Keep those toes pressed into the floor. You've got 5, 4. Finding your down dog in 3, 2, and 1. Big exhale, find your down dog. Can you pedal through those feet for me? Nice and slowly here. Let's really add in the twist through those hips. Be able to feel that stretch through the sides of your body as one foot comes down. Eyesight underneath that armpit. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Dropping back down to those knees. Shake out those wrists if you need to. We're coming back into that knee hover. Exhale, lift those knees. Inhale, lower down. Remember, draw that belly button to spine. Use that core to lift yourself. We're going to add in a layer through those legs. When those knees are lifted, can you extend that right leg long? Draw it in, extend that left. Down, drop those knees, take your reset. So we lift, extend that right, extend that left, draw it down. If you don't want to take this layer, just continue with those knee lifts, up and down. You've got 5. Holding those knees up in 3, in 2. Keep those knees up. Just those leg extensions. If it gets too much, drop the knees and just extend the legs from there. 4 more. 3. Finding your down dog in 2, in 1. Can you find your down dog? Pedal those feet. Whew. Nice and warm. 5. Dropping the knees in 3, 2, and 1. Knees come out. Let's bring that bum down. Walking ourselves out into our child's pose. Gently pressing those armpits into the floor. Taking it from side to side here. Doing whatever feels good. All right, we're starting off on our backs for today's class, grabbing those dumbbells along the way. So we're going to start in our glute bridge. Feet hip width apart for me. Nice and slowly drop that head down to the floor. Oh my God, that sun is right in my eyes. Whew. All right, elbows in, palms facing your center. Big exhale. Can you lift those arms up? Inhale, we lower down. Those eyes are going to have to stay closed if I want to be able to see tomorrow. Good, guys. Narrow press it up. Relaxes those shoulders. Those dumbbells travel straight up to the sky. You've got 5 here. 4, 3. We're going to add in our glute bridge. In 2, in 1. Next time you press those arms up, can you add in that glute bridge? Peel that spine off the floor. Press those hips up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's move nice and slow and controlled. You've got 5. We're going to add in a layer through those arms. In 3, in 2. Next time those arms come up, hips come up. Can you open those arms when we find that fly? Arms come back. We lower those hips, lower those arms. Big exhale, lift, draw that belly to spine. Arms come out, find that fly. Beautiful. If you're happy to stay here, you stay here. If you want to take it up that notch, when those arms come out, can those knees travel out also? Draw it in, draw it down. I want you to make sure when those knees travel out, you try and keep those feet pressed into the floor so we're not rolling onto the outsides of our feet here. Keeping those feet flat on the floor. That's how wide those knees come. If it's just a little bit inch out, that's totally fine. They don't have to come all the way out here, just as far as you can keep your whole foot on the floor. Let's go, guys. You've got 5. You've got 4. We're going to hold it up the top. Keep those hips up. In 3. In 2. Can you keep those hips up for me? Just those arms and those knees out. And in. Beautiful. Those arms soft, bend in those elbows like we're hugging that tree. Goal is to keep those hips nice and still. You've got 5 here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Slowly drop those hips. I want you to put those dumbbells on your hips for me. I want you to come up onto your tippy toes here. Big exhale. Can you find that glute bridge? Inhale, lower down. If you don't want to use those dumbbells here, you don't have to. If you're using them, gently rest them on your hips. Really squeeze those glutes as we lift ourselves up, pressing those shoulders into the floor. Let's think about tucking our pelvis underneath ourselves here up the top also, so we don't hyperextend through that back. We don't want to be feeling it through that lower back at all. We're feeling it all through those glutes, those hamstrings, and those quads because those heels are off the floor. Can you add in those butterfly knees? Same thing. Knees come out, keep those toes pressed into the floor. Knees in, we lower down. Whew, my butt is on fire. 5 more. Can you hold it up? In 3. In 2. Holding it up, just your butterfly knees for me. Out and in. Remember, keep those hips up high. Whew, holy moly. We're burning. We're on year 5. We're going to bring it back to center. We're going to pulse to finish in 3. In 2. Back to center. Little pulses up and down. Holy moly. 5. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy crap. Beautiful, guys. Legs long for me. Dumbbells by your side. Bringing those hands behind your head. That natural arch can come off the floor here. Big exhale. Can you lift those shoulders up off the floor? Draw that belly to spine. Inhale, lower down. We exhale, lift. I really want you to think about pressing those heels into the floor here. You've got 5. Going to add on a layer through those legs. In 3. In 2. Next time you lift those shoulders, can your left knee drive in? Really press that right heel into the floor. Step that left heel down. Draw those shoulders. Exhale, lift. Right knee, drive it in, pressing through that left heel. Draw it down. Let's move nice and slow, nice and controlled. Remember, we're not tucking that chin in too much here. We're creating a little bit of space between that chin and that chest. No tricky necks. No hugging that chin in. Let's go 5 more. We're going to hold those shoulders up in 3, in 2. Can you hold those shoulders up? Just those knee drives. 1 knee at a time. We drive it in, really pressing that extended leg heel into the floor. Draw that belly to spine. You got this, guys. Breathing through it. You've got 5. You've got 4. Can you bring both of those legs up to tabletop in 3, in 2. Both of those legs up to tabletop. We now press that lower back into the floor. We reach those arms forward, little reaches through those shoulders. Drop the feet to the floor if you need that extra support through that back. You've got 10 here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it long for me. Little pulses up and down. Let's find out 100. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice and quick. Hug that tummy in. Remember, drop those feet if you have to. Let's go. Don't worry, guys. You're not here for 100. I'm not that mean. It's only the start of class. You got 5. You've got 4. Hugging those knees in 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hugging those knees in. Having a little roll around. Drop those shoulders if you need that extra rest here. Forward and back, side to side, little ball, whatever you want. If you're not already lifting those shoulders, can you lift those shoulders off the floor? We're going to find our single leg stretch. Can you hug that left knee in? Extend that right leg out. Switching sides. Hug that right knee in. Extend that left leg out. Beautiful. If you need to drop those shoulders at any time, drop those shoulders if we're finding we're putting too much pressure through the neck here. You've got 5. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Feet on the floor for me. Let's bring those hands behind our head again. We're not done with just that core just yet, guys. I'm sorry. All right, natural arch can come off that spine. We're going to find our crunch, however, this time. Big exhale, left elbow. Let's reach it towards that right knee. Crunch that right knee in. Find that bicycle crunch. Draw it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Guys, I'm on a slight stance here. I feel like I'm going to roll down the hill towards... Did I say stance? I mean slant. Slant? Is that a word? I think it is. We'll go with it. If I roll in towards the camera, don't be alarmed. I'm just on a hill. All right, let's add in a little baby pulse into that knee, little pulse. Whew. We're feeling it through those abs. Yes, we are nice and strong. You've got 5. We're going to hold that left elbow to that right knee. You guessed it. We're pulsing in 3. Into left elbow to right knee. Can you extend that left arm out? Little pulses to that right side for me. Hug that tummy in. Whew. Nice and strong. 5, 4. We're going straight onto the other side. If you need to take a rest, take a rest. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Drawing it down. Straight onto that other side. Are we ready? Right hand, reach it over to the left leg up to tabletop. If you don't want to bring that left leg to tabletop, drop it to the floor. Whoa, let's go, guys. Really reach those fingertips as far as we can. Reach that right shoulder. You've got 5. Hugging those knees in 3, in 2, in 1. Whoa, holy moly. Hug those knees in. Whew, that was brutal. I'm so sorry. You've got 5 here, and then we're going to slowly roll ourselves up. Catch that breath back. Oh, what just happened? 2, and 1. Are we ready? Nice and slowly. Roll yourself up. Grabbing hold of those dumbbells. I'm so sorry, guys. No, we ain't done just yet with that core. I promise after this, though, we're done for a little bit. Feet on the floor for me, hip width apart. Let's hug those dumbbells in towards our chest. Can you draw that belly button in? We're going to take our C-shaped curve, lean back here, and we lift. I'm not hugging those dumbbells in too close because otherwise it's going to be straight onto the microphone and that's going to be a horrible sound for you. So if you're holding those dumbbells, really hug them into your chest here. All right, we're going to add in a little twist. Once we come down, can you twist to the right for me? Eyesight follows. Find that Russian twist. Back to center. We lift. Draw it back. Twist to the left this time. Eyesight follows. Back to center. Lift. I want you to imagine that your heels are like concrete, pressing them into the floor so you've got a nice stable base. Let's move it through nice and slowly. Take a rest if we're feeling it through that back. You don't need to be a hero. Listen to your body. Don't push through the pain. If you're feeling pain, take a rest. We're going to hold it back down in 5. In 3. In 2. Hold it back. Just those twists. side to side. If you want a little extra, those feet float off the floor. That's not happening today. 5 more. Back to center, we pulse to finish. In 3, into, back to center, little pulses. Can you get that a little bit lower? Ooh. Yes, you can. You've got 5. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Rolling it forward. Keeping those dumbbells in your hand for me. I'm going to take a kneel down on the floor. Knees out slightly, bum to heel. Dumbbells are going to be at our shoulder. Can we draw that belly button in towards that spine? Big exhale. We're going to squeeze those glutes, lift ourselves up. Inhale, lower down. So let's really think about tucking that pelvis underneath ourselves here up the top. We're lengthening through the crown of our head, not hyperextending too much through that lower back. Nice and tall. When you're ready, let's add in those arms. Can you press those arms up overhead as we lift? Inhale, drop those dumbbells to your shoulders. Beautiful, guys. Keeping those palms facing each other here. We're in our narrow press. We're not in our full shoulder press just yet. You go 5 more. We hold it up the top. In 3. In 2. Can you hold it up the top? Drop that right dumbbell. Press it up. Drop that left. Beautiful, guys. Remember, tuck that pelvis. If this is too much on that lower back, just sit yourself down. Bum to heels here. 5 more. Keep those dumbbells up. In 3. In 2. Can you keep those dumbbells up? Palms facing your front. Elbows come down. We find our proper shoulder press here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Tuck that pelvis. I'm gonna remind myself that. Tuck your pelvis, Alex. 5 more. Elbows come down in line with your shoulders. In 3, last bit of shoulders. In 2, hold them down. Can you close? Big exhale, open, find that cactus press. I'm so sorry. Keep those elbows up like they're sitting on that shelf. You know me, we love to burn out those shoulders. 5 more. Last 4. 2. Hold them out. In 3, 2. Hold them out. Little pulses up and down through those elbows. Yes, you can. You've got 8. You've got 7. You can have a rest, bum down. In 4. In 3. In 2. In 1. Holy moly. How are those shoulders feeling? Shake them out. If you need to take a rest, take a rest. We're going to work through those triceps. Up you come again. Elbows into your sides. We're going to shoot that bum back. Chest comes down. Can you extend those arms long towards the back? Inhale. Drive them back up towards your shoulders. Really think about keeping those elbows locked into our side. Hug that tummy in, squeeze that bottom so we don't put any pressure on that lower back. I want you to look about 1 meter in front of you on the floor here. So we're not looking straight out. That neck's in a nice long line position. Can we add in a baby pulse into those extended arms before we draw it in? Whew. Yes, you can. You've got 10. Holding those arms long. In 8. We're going to pulse it out to finish with these triceps. In 5. We're dropping those dumbbells after we've done these pulses. In 3, extend the arms long. In 2, extend the arms for me. Can you pulse up and down? Let's go. 8. Breathing through it. Remember, squeeze that bottom. Don't want any pressure on that lower back. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Dropping those dumbbells either side of you. Hands come out a little bit wider than your shoulders. Let's walk those knees so they're in line with our hips. Lock those elbows in. We're going to find our tricep press up. We ain't done with those triceps just yet. Nice and slowly, can you drop that chest in between those hands? Exhale, we lift. So those elbows stay in. It's not a normal press up, not a normal push up here. Elbows locked. Exhale, push through those palms. Work through those triceps here. You've got 5. Remember, our chest comes in line with those hands, not our head. You've got 2 more. Last one. On your next one, can we hold it down? Little pulses. Keep those elbows locked in. Oh, Lord. You've got 5. Grabbing those dumbbells again, coming onto your knees in 3, in 2, in 1. Beautiful. Whew, onto those knees. Are we ready? Push them into center. If you're holding 2, if you're holding 1, either side of that dumbbell for me. We're going to pick up that pace a little bit. We're going to come into our lifts. Same thing as before. Draw that belly button to spine. Hug those arms in. We're going to add in our horizontal press. So as we lift, can we press those dumbbells out? Remember, squeeze that bottom. Let's pick up that pace a little bit. Get our heart rate up. You got this, guys. Exhale through that mouth, lift. Inhale, lower down. You've got 8. We're holding it up the top with those dumbbells out in front of us. I'm so sorry. In 5, 4, 3, 2, holding them out. Can you hold them out? Drive one elbow in. You find your row, extend it out. Drive that other one in. Keep that elbow locked into your side. Gently squeeze those shoulder blades. You've got 5. You've got 4, 3, holding those arms out. In 2, in 1. Can you hold those arms out, palms facing down? Draw those dumbbells down by your side. We're shooting that bum back. Walk those knees in a little bit closer together if they're out. You're going to find that bent over row. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Drive the elbows up towards your hips. Still working through that back. And you add in a little pause up the top before we drop it down. Baby pause and lift. You've got 5. You've got 4. Holding it up, elbows in 3, in 2. Can you hold it up for me? Squeeze those shoulder blades. Little pulses through those elbows. It's a tiny movement. Squeezing those shoulder blades that little bit more. 5. You've got 4. Dropping those dumbbells in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping those dumbbells. Wrists in line with those shoulders. Can you step yourself out into your high plank? Find your crouching tiger. Bend those knees. Push that bum back. Transition that weight forward. Shoulders in line with those wrists here. I'm going to add in a layer. Once you've done 1 crouching tiger, can that right hand come up? We find that side plank. Draw it back down. Find that crouching tiger. Same thing on that other side. If this is too much on your toes, you're more than welcome to drop down to those knees in your side plank here. Do whatever feels good for your body, or just continue with your crouching tigers. Let's go 5. Let's go 4. Hold that plank in 3. Both hands on the floor. In 2, in 1. Hold that plank. Find your climbers. Draw that belly in. You want to pick up that pace? We can pick up that pace a little bit. Or we take it slow. Whatever feels good here. You've got 5. Dropping to those knees. Finding your child's pose in 3. Whew. In 2. In 1. Beautiful. Drop it to those knees. Bum comes down. Walk those hands out. Gently pressing those armpits into the floor. If you need to take a drink, pause, take a drink. If you're ready to go, let's transition that weight forward back into our high plank. From here, can you find your down dog? Pressing those heels into the floor. Soft bend through those knees. When you are ready, nice and slowly, walking those hands towards those feet. Nice and slowly, rolling yourself up here. Whew. Good job, guys. Grab those dumbbells. We're working through some standing series here. All right, I want your feet out nice and wide, your toes out. We are coming in to our sumos. I want those elbows into your sides. Turn slightly outwards for me. We're going to find our wide bicep curl. Drop those arms, extend. Big exhale, find that bicep curl. Bring those dumbbells up to your shoulders. Draw it down as we lower. Extend as we lift. Let's go nice and slow here. We're going to add in those squats. Next time you find that bicep curl, can you find your squat? Drop those knees. Exhale, lift, extend those arms. Beautiful. Keep those elbows locked in so those elbows aren't moving forward. They're staying in as close to our sides as we can. As we come down, let's look down a meter in front of us on the floor. As we lift, we look straight out in front of us here. You've got 5. Can you hold it down the bottom? In 3, in 2, hold it down the bottom. Bring your arms about halfway. Big exhale. Can you find your wide offerings? Arms come out straight like we're serving that plate of food. 5 more. Get down as low as we can in that lunge. You're here for 3. Elbows in 2, in 1. Elbows in, little pulses up and down through that bicep curl. Still nice and wide here. Those hands are in line with those toes facing out to the side. So you've got 5. Woo-hoo. You've got 4. Pulse through those legs in 3. In 2, arms out. Baby pulses through those legs. Can you get that a little bit lower? Yes, you can. 8. Good, guys. 7. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down. Drop those dumbbells. Step yourself out into your high plank. Step it back out into that squat. Can you reach those hands up? Hands down. Step yourself out into that high plank. Step it out. Reach those hands up. Beautiful, guys. You got this. Let's get that heart rate up. If this doesn't feel good, just continue with your squats for me. You don't have to step these legs out if this is too uncomfortable. Coming up and down. You've got 5. You've got 4. Grabbing those dumbbells again in 3. In 2. Grab those dumbbells. Ooh, shake out those legs. All right, palms are coming like into a normal bicep curl now. Bring those dumbbells up and down nice and slowly here. Keeping those shoulders back. Opening up that chest. Let's add in that squat. Same thing as before. So we find that bicep curl. We come down in to our squat. You've got 5. 4 more. We hold it down. Coming into those offerings. Getting as low as we can in that squat in 3. In 2. In 1. Can we come down? Arms about halfway. Big exhale. Shoot them out. Inhale. Draw it back. Remember, we're serving that plate of food out in front of us. 5 more. Back to center in 3. In 2. Back to center. Little pulses through those arms. If you need to lift yourself up a little bit more, lift yourself up a little bit more. Keep those elbows locked in. You've got 5. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Let's pulse through those legs. Getting as low as we can here. Keep those arms up, shoulders back. 5. You've got 4. Same thing as before. Drop those dumbbells. Find that plank in 3. In 2. Drop those dumbbells. Step yourself out. Find that plank. Step yourself in. Reach up to the sky. Step it down. Whew. Nice, guys. Let's go. 8 more here. And then can you lift yourself up in 5. In 4. 3, 2. Lift yourselves up for me. All right, hands on those hips. Keeping those legs out. This is your last little bit. Are you with me? Find your calf raise. Inhale, lower down. Pushing through those big toes here. You've got 5. If you want to grab your dumbbells, you're more than welcome to hold your dumbbells just as dead weight on your shoulders for this last little burn through those legs. Let's go. 5. Holding those heels up. We're going to find our squats. In 3. In 2. Can you hold those heels up? Find your squat. Come down. Nice and slowly we lift. Drop those heels. Take your reset. Lift them up. Find that squat. We lift. We lower. Good, guys. So you want to add in those arms here. Those arms come up as we lift those heels. I'm confusing myself. Keep those arms up as we find that squat. We lift as we lower those heels, lower those arms. You've got 5 more. You're going to hold it down the bottom into that squat. Try and keep those heels off the floor if you can. In 3, are we ready? Last bit of class. Push yourself. 2, hold it up. Let's come down. Slow that pulse. Shoulders back. Keep those heels off. 10 seconds. You've got 5. Get that little bit lower. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Oh, holy moly, up you come. Walk those feet in. Let's take our fold over. Nice and slowly. Hands come down. At the bottom here, can that opposite hand reach for that opposite elbow? Just sway from side to side. Relaxing all through that body. And then when you're ready, just move those dumbbells to the side so they're not in your way. Hands come down, stepping yourself out into your high plank. We're going to find that down dog. Pushing those heels into the floor. Holding it steady. Then when you're ready, let's transition that weight forward, shoulders over those wrists. Hips come down. Can you find your cobra? Looking up towards the ceiling here, taking it from side to side if that feels good, or just holding it still. Tucking those toes again when you're ready. Shooting those hips up. Pressing it into the floor. Coming back down. Side to side. If you want to find that child's pose, we find that child's pose here. Bringing that bum down. Let's walk those hands to those knees. Left hand comes out, right hand comes over. Find that mermaid pose. Same thing on that other side. Right hand comes out, left hand over. Chest open, shoulders back. Nice and slowly up. You come finding your child pose again for that final time. Walk those hands out. That little bit lower. Dropping it down. Take a couple of deep, big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth here. Relaxing all through that body. Gently pressing those armpits into the floor. Nice and slowly rolling yourself up. Whenever you are ready, feel free to take any other stretches you like, guys. You are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are, and I will see you all on the mat very, very soon. Bye.